I'm gonna. Do what?
What you just said isn't true.
What did I say?
Buck up to you. He asked where I lived. I said I didn't feel comfortable
please
sharing
don't
that
step in
with
the
him.
road. Please don't step
He
in
asked
the road.
why. I
If
said
you
I'm
want
a
to talk, we'll
famous
go over here.
musician. And he said he's going to bring me to
listen,
jail.
man.
I can't wait. Let's do this. Come on.
I have been saying this for years. The modern day traffic stop is the downfall of American society. And I wanted to break this video down because, as always, there are people that are blaming the cops no matter what the cops do. And then there are people blaming the suspect no matter what the suspect does. And the fact that this suspect happens to be a famous country music star causes an even greater divide. And I'm sitting here, as always, thinking everybody is missing the point. So allow me to show you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. And I hope you watch till the end, because what the cop says at the end is, in my opinion, the most absurd, ridiculous statement that cops say all the time, and nobody seems to bat an eye to it. Now, before we get into it, I know what you're thinking. Driver Ed, we know you're an internationally known and locally disrespected Uber and Lyft driver with the most slept on content on YouTube. But who are you to take a otherwise trivial traffic stop and turn it into a parallel that we can all learn from about the American criminal justice system? First of all, I am an expert at getting pulled over. Second, I don't talk about this often because I don't want you thinking that I'm a nerd, but there was a time in my life where I was actually studying criminology at an Ivy League school. And no, I don't mean that I snuck into class after the actual students left and solved crimes on the chalkboard when no one was looking. I was actually a student myself. And I wanted to break this video down because it parallels a chapter that I know a lot of you read in my book. And maybe because it happened to a famous person, people will actually pay attention. So as Mr. Bryan says,
let's do this. Come on.
If for whatever reason you want to see this video without my incredibly insightful commentary, I'll put the link in the description below.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing?
Hey, Officer Count Vertigos, please. You got to go on 68 and a 50.
Okay.
You have your license and insurance?
Sounds good, yeah.
You still live off 8th Street in Tulsa? Okay. You have like your registration on you?
I was looking for it. I can't find it.
Your registration would be on paper.
I know. I was looking for it. I can't find
Oh, okay. I got you.
it. Do you need the insurance or the registration?
Both if you have it.
See, right here, that drives me nuts. Why are they asking for your registration and your insurance? I'll tell you, because they want to find out if the car's stolen and make sure that the insurance companies are getting paid. And you might think, what's the big deal? Why is that an issue, Ed? If you haven't stolen the car and if you paid for your insurance, why would you care? Because it immediately changes this interaction. Instead of the cop doing the human thing and saying, hey, bud, you were going a little fast. For your safety and the safety of others, why don't you slow down? Every cop is instructed to say, hey man, you were speeding. Now give me some paperwork so I can figure out if you're committing grand theft auto. Now what happens next is why traffic stops are just a recipe for disaster. Zach Bryan doesn't have any nefarious purposes, and he knows that he doesn't have any nefarious purposes. So when he gets out, he doesn't realize this is a high-stakes situation. On the flip side, the cop has no idea who this is, and he doesn't know who he's dealing with.
What's your current address?
I'm not really comfortable sharing that.
You have to.
Okay. I'm not comfortable sharing.
Okay, so either you can give me the information that I need for my ticket I'm going to give you, or you can go to jail. So which one would you like to do?
Because I'm not going to give you my address?
Yeah, it's called obstruction.
Okay, I'm going to call my lawyer real fast and see what I have to do.
Okay. Open up your door.
I just moved into my new house. I don't know my address.
Put your coffee cup inside the truck.
Oh, shit. I can't wait to do this.
Go and go back to the front of my car.
Inside.
Go back to the front of my car. Okay.
Are you really arresting me?
Put your hands behind your back.
Are you really arresting me right now?
So all of a sudden, we go from a guy going fast, something that everybody does, to a police officer fearing for his life because he doesn't know Zach Bryan's intentions. Meanwhile, Zach Bryan, who knows that he doesn't have bad intentions, sees this as an absurd overreaction by the police officer.
Are you really arresting me right now? No, are you really arresting me?
Put your hands behind your back. If you fight, you're going to go to jail.
This is crazy.
What's crazy is you're not giving me the information that I need.
Let's do that.
How is that crazy? Information you need, why? Why do you need that information as it pertains to speeding?
Now let's go to the front of my car. Okay, so now, because we're sitting on the side of the road, and I'm not going to sit here and go all this back and forth stuff, are you going to give me the information I need?
I don't know the address, sir.
Okay, so why didn't you just say that?
Because I don't think it's any of your business where I live. I'm a famous musician. I don't want people to know where I live.
Okay, sir. Listen, I'm only using this information for a ticket that I was
I
getting ready
already
to
have
write.
something right now, sir. You can take me to jail. I'm not doing this.
Central, I got one detained. Okay, so you want to go to jail for...
I don't want to go to jail,
for-
sir. This is just insane.
I pulled you over for speeding, man. It's a speeding ticket.
Sounds great. I didn't want to share with you where I live because I'm famous and I don't want people fucking sneaking onto my property.
Why would I... You can
have
give
no
me the
idea.
address to whatever you want, man.
See, right there, for everyone's like, oh, he should just give the address. The cop needs the address. The cop said himself he just needs any address because the ticket isn't attached to the address. It's attached to his license and his license plate. It drives me crazy because Zach Bryan started from a place of honesty saying, no, that's not my address on my license. I have a new address. And now all of a sudden, when he doesn't want to tell him something, the cop assumes that he's up to no good. Like, if he was a dishonest person, he would just give a fake address. There's no way the cop would know. And for everybody who's like, oh, why didn't he just share the address? What's he so paranoid for? What's he worried about? He was right. It ended up online.
Why would I... You can give
no
me the
idea.
address to whatever you want, man. That's
Okay,
it.
then 8th Street on my address.
Okay, that's all I was asking you. I asked if it was your current address, and you said no.
All right. Sounds good.
I don't know why we had to go through all
I don't
this.
fucking need it.
You handed me your ID, right?
No idea, sir.
You sure did.
Again, all in the name of safety, we're going to pull over and stand on the side of the road.
Hey, stay in there. Stay in there, buddy. Stay in there, buddy.
Here, let me roll up here
Please.
window.
My fucking car.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, stay, buddy. Stay in there. Please.
Man, you're from Bulaga.
No shit.
So, I just went to your concert. You support law
Great.
enforcement,
Of
right?
course I do. I don't support this shit, though. This is crazy.
Just have a seat on my push bar real quick.
Now, I've never been a cop, but my theory is that police have to deal with actual bad shit that the law-abiding public can't even imagine. So when they have a traffic stop, for them, it's like a walk in the park, something trivial, and they forget that for law-abiding citizens, it's one of their only interactions with police, and it's a big deal for them. No matter how friendly or relatable a police officer tries to be with, oh, we're from the same town, or I went to your concert, it's not normal to be stopped on the side of the road by a stranger with a gun. It's very uncomfortable. I swear, one day we're going to look back on traffic stops like this the same way we look at doctors who used to put leeches on people to bleed them out. And again, this interaction is trivial in the big scheme of things, but to me, somebody who deals a lot with dash camera footage on my own and have seen this myself, it's so interesting how both of their recollections of the same event is a little off of what actually happened. Memory's a funny thing, man.
Stopped him for speed, and then he didn't want to give me any of his information for his address or anything. So I had him step out, and I was going to detain him. He tried to buck up a little bit, tried to press record on his phone. Just so happens to be Zach Bryan. So, anyways, I'm going to...
Is it true?
Do what?
What you just said, is it true?
What did I say?
Buck up to you. He asked where I lived. I said I didn't feel
Please
comfortable
don't
sharing
step
that
in the
with him.
road. Please don't step
He
in
asked
the road.
why. I
If
said
you want to
I'm a
talk, we'll
famous
go over here.
musician. And he said he's going to bring me to
Listen,
jail.
man.
I can't fucking wait. Let's do this. Come on.
Listen, dude, here's the deal.
No, I can't wait. I just need my phone.
Listen, just because you're a famous musician doesn't
I don't
mean you
care.
have
That's
to
why I'm saying I do
deny
not care. You can
information.
give me a ticket or you can take me to
Code
jail.
4.
You can do one of the two things. Give me a ticket or take me to jail.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
You did not get out, or you
No.
You just told him a lie.
When I had my hand on your back, I felt you press.
You said I bucked up to you.
When I had my hand on your back.
In the truck. And then you fucking put your hands on me and arrested me.
No, you're being detained right now.
Okay.
Here's the deal, man. Are you gonna act cool with me? I've been trying to be cool.
You're not cool with me.
I've been trying to act cool with you. I told you I'd stop you for.
You're not that cool with me.
Okay.
I gave you a valid reason why I didn't give you my address. Is what I did.
Let me do this. Now that I got my partner here, let me take you out of handcuffs. You want to try to start over?
You don't have to. I will go to jail in these handcuffs. I promise.
So angry.
Really don't want to take you to jail. Let loose of your hands. Let loose of your hands so I can take these things off.
Stubborn, man. I feel bad for the other cop. He's like,
listen,
what
dude.
the hell's happening here?
Right now, I'm going to go finish my paperwork. I'm going to cut you loose, okay? It's a simple traffic violation. I'm not trying to take you to jail for a simple traffic violation. To be real with you, listen, man.
That would be
I'm
silly.
I'm one guy on the side of the road, okay? I have no idea who you are. You're in a hat. I don't readily recognize.
I wasn't assuming you did.
Okay, well, you said
Which is what's wrong about it. I'm not assuming you recognized who I was.
Okay.
You stopped me. You said, where do I live? I said, I don't know. Or I didn't say I don't know. I said, I don't feel comfortable sharing that with you.
I got you.
Because of who I am.
I can see.
Bucked up. Then you bucked up. You said, you can either take me to jail or I can tell you where I live.
It's called obstruction.
Sounds good. I got my coffee out of the truck, and then you said, put your coffee up.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of the truck, and I said, what's going on?
Until I figure out
you turned me around, and you put handcuffs on me.
So until I figure out...
I understand, man. I know cops. I get it. I understand. What you did was wrong.
Okay. Well, until I figured out your identity and everything else, man, just being detained.
I understand.
Okay? That's it.
Cool. I can't wait. Do you still need my registration and insurance?
No. I got what I needed.
And he doesn't even need the registration and insurance. That is the point I'm trying to make. He doesn't need it because he knows Zach Bryan, and he knows that Zach Bryan isn't out there stealing cars or not paying for his insurance, or at least doesn't care enough to arrest Zach Bryan for it. Cops don't want to be dicks. They want to be heroes, and he knows he's not going to be a hero by jamming up Zach Bryan, hometown legend, over some bullshit. But what that means, though, is when police ask regular people like me and you for their registration and insurance, they're looking for something to jam you up on. So police are either operating on the idea that the majority of traffic stops will lead to them catching real criminals, which we know they don't, or the majority of traffic stops are an incredible, ridiculous waste of time and resources. And this cop is about to drop one of the most famous lines that so many cops say.
Hey, partner, I'm just going to give you a warning, okay?
Sounds good.
So, here's the deal, man. I don't make a habit out of slamming people against cars. Like I said, I'm by myself. He just happened to be close. Ain't no backup out here for me.
I know, I was just right up. You got me out of the car, I was like, oh.
I'm trying to catch bad guys out here.
There it is. Right at the end of them kissing and making up. I'm just trying to catch bad guys out here. The problem here that no one ever talks about because they want to blame celebrities, or they want to blame the suspect, or they want to blame the cops. The problem is we have this system to catch bad guys by setting up speed traps and pulling people over for things like broken taillights. Do you realize how absurd that is? It's like fishing with no bait. Once in a blue moon, you'll get lucky, but typically it's a colossal waste of time that does nothing but drive a wedge between citizen and cop. The thing is, I actually believe that cop. I think he has the best of intentions. And to be clear, I empathize with both guys in this video. How frustrated Zach Bryan was for having to go through this, and how the cop was doing everything he was supposed to do. What I'm saying is the powers that be have this system set up to put every police officer and every citizen on a crash course with every single traffic stop that they force them to make. And the net benefit of all this is -1 million.
I'm trying to catch bad guys out here. I got you speeding. This is going to be a normal speeding ticket. Normally, people don't refuse their information to me. When they start refusing information to me, I don't recognize you from Adam. I'm out here on a dark roadway, okay?
I understand.
So I'm trying to treat you like a jerk, okay? So, sorry we got off on the wrong foot, man.
It's all good,
But,
take it easy, brother.
all right.
Sorry about that.
At what point do the powers that be look at the system they have here and say, maybe this isn't efficient? Granted, nobody wants to address problems like this. They'd rather just wait until this thing explodes like a powder keg and have nationwide riots once every 4 to 7 years. Thanks for watching.